son of a bitch.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Who wants the intro?
You intro.
Welcome back, guys!
No.
You're listening to the Free Skins podcast. I'm your host. Wow. The host with the most. The host that wants to take you on holiday to the coast, Matt. And to my left is Greg. And to my other left is Lewis.
Hi guys.
Was that me?
Yeah. With that me.
Can I do you?
Yeah, you can do me. Yeah.
Yeah, go on in.
Let me get in
Get in the zone. Yeah. Grow some hair.
the. The thing is, right, fucking AIDS.
How
was that?
Yes, I do like fucking
Perfect.
eggs.
Right then, guys.
Wow, what an intro.
So, yeah, that's the kind of quality
Christ.
you get. If this is the first time you've watched us, don't make it the last. Please.
Yeah.
I promise it gets better.
All I'll say,
It doesn't get better. It never
as
will.
normal, make sure you go and follow us on Twitter, the Three Skins, at the Three Skins, I should say. We now also have an Instagram as well, which is at Three Skins Podcast, I believe. It's not the Three Skins Podcast, it's at Three Skins
It's
Podcast.
just Free Skins podcast.
But don't listen to me. All of the links are in the description, as normal, if you want to go check all that good stuff out. And like always, what have we all been up to? I'll start with you, Greg, because you're always a
I'm
river
I'm
of...
a bit hungover because yesterday Lewis needed help with some lifting and shifting because he can't lift and shift.
Yeah.
So I helped him out, and then he gave me some beer, and then the rest is history.
Some beer turned into a lot of beer.
Nah, this is what happens, yeah. Is
All of the beer in the fridge.
Lewis calls me, yeah. He's like, oh, yeah, you up for some lifting? And then he literally says, like, 2 seconds later, oh, yeah, your ankle.
Well, I completely forgot. I didn't think about it.
Last ankle.
I know, no one thinks about it.
It's only because Bethan reminded me. I literally, as soon as he picked up the phone, she was like, what about Matt's ankle? I was like, fuck.
It was fine, though.
Yeah, it was okay.
It's not that bad.
I was lifting it solo. These guys were doing it.
And then
Well, I am
afterwards...
twice the man.
I was lifting it solo, and then I saw Lewis struggling, and I was like, I have to help him out.
Yeah.
And
Is
we
that
also
how it
played,
went down?
We played that Rick and Morty card game, which is incredible.
We did, yes.
Yeah.
If any of you guys are
That was
familiar...
actually really fun.
Yeah, I
with
enjoyed
Total
that.
Recall, I was thinking maybe if we go live in the future with podcasts, obviously they'll be a bit longer, maybe we could play some sort of, board games and drinking games and stuff. I think that would be really fun.
It's good.
Tensions get high. If you haven't seen it, search Total Recall. It's a really, really good game. Yeah, arguments proceed.
It's
is all I'm
hard.
gonna
It gets
say.
harder the drunker you are.
Well, I wouldn't know because
It's hard to not
you
laugh.
drunk all of my beer.
Yeah,
so
well,
I wouldn't know.
Can we?
You
Can I,
didn't stop me.
Can I just mention one thing that me and Greg did?
Oh, what, last night when you kicked my car?
No,
put it on
we
Insta.
didn't. We didn't kick
Oh,
your
well, you're
car.
talking. You cheated in the game, did you?
Yeah.
I knew
yeah.
you must have cheated because
So
you were
you-
real every time.
No, I didn't
No,
cheat for that. I didn't cheat
there
for
was
that.
only one time we cheated.
And we put us both real and you as a parasite, and we were both just looking at each
Oh,
other.
so
like,
you
let's-
knew.
Let's just shoot him.
Let's just shoot him. But we wanted to wait a while.
You two are the worst to play with, honestly.
Don't leave the room then.
But I knew you were tampering with the cars because every time I walked in, you were playing with your socks and looking at each other. I was like, "What are you doing?"
That's the best way to play games. Is
We're
to
the best.
cheat.
To
we're,
cheat.
We're
Right.
incredible at poker.
We've already got into agony cunt. Greg's just giving you some advice.
Oh,
The
shit,
best
yeah,
way
I've
to
got
play
some,
games
got
is to
some-
cheat.
Just cheating games.
That's a quote.
It's the best way to live life.
Got my agony
brilliant.
cunt questions ready.
Oh, yes, for the first time on this podcast, I know Greg, we always end in agony cunt. Greg has just been giving life advice, but this time we do actually have some of your questions and things that you want advice on. Thank you very much to everybody who sent those in. Do you have everyone's names as well, the people that sent them in, so we can give you little shout outs? Perfect, but that's for the end of the podcast. You guys been up to anything else?
Greg got 100% on Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't think I've ever
finished-
100% of the game.
And
I
Ever.
finished all the Riddler
He
trophies.
got
I think,
all the Riddler trophies. I'm on about 20 left, and I just tear my hair out. I can't be bothered anymore.
I think the
Man,
sort of...
I stayed up all night to do it. I was just like, I ain't got nothing to do
Really?
tomorrow, so fuck it. I was just like,
I think that's sort of
all
like
done.
that thing of like 100% in the game is like, I don't think it's really a thing anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like 10 or so years ago, that was what you
Yeah, but that's because 10 or so years ago there wasn't that many games.
No, but it was. Do you know what I mean? Even like with the 360s and the PlayStation 3s, you wanted to 100% a game, and you wanted that platinum trophy or whatever the Xbox equivalent was. And now it's just sort of like
1000G, man.
I don't
Man,
think
we
anyone
used
cares
to have
anymore.
we used to have like more than 100,000 game score. points.
130,000 gamer score, man.
We were just mad.
Every single week, yeah. This is from like when I was like 18 till about 21. Every single week, I'd go to Blockbuster. I'd rent a game. I'd rent a game for me, rent a game for Greg. Be like, Greg, you need to get as much gamer score as you possibly can, so
that
you can get
was-
a gamer score high.
Yeah.
Blockbusters are so sad now. I remember walking into Blockbusters and like they were packed and everyone, and now you walk past them, there's just a bloke behind the counter like,
Mate,
and it's
there's
just
a-
empty.
all
Like,
blockbusters are just dead,
yeah,
like closed down
it's so
now.
sad, isn't it?
They've all been turned into like pound
was
shops and
amazing.
shit.
Blockbuster was amazing. I remember them sending out a tweet ages ago, like taking the piss out of Netflix and how I never beat them or something.
That's so
I think it
bad,
has,
isn't
to be
it?
honest. Anything that's convenient where you could do shit without leaving your house will instantly just take over.
Dude, I think more than 50 million. I think I heard somewhere it might even be 100 million people in America own Netflix, like household wise.
That's crazy.
Think of that money. That's
that's
at
like-
least $500 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think how much is Netflix? I don't know if it's different in America, but like, well,
It
it's
used to
different
be-
rates in it.
It
I
used
suppose.
to be
with
£5
different-
here, didn't it? I
Yeah,
swear.
but it goes
Yeah.
up by depending on how many like devices you can
Yeah.
use it on at once. Like, I think you've got like one device.
You can
two
share it with like
devices,
5 people. So you
Yeah.
got, like,
The one in my house, we've got like 5 people.
so it's like what, like £6.
I'll tell you what,
people.
though,
I'm
the
pretty sure it's
choice
between,
isn't
like,
anywhere
5 and
near as good
£7.
as it used to be. When we used to be able to like change the DNS server so it was American.
Ah man,
I
man,
remember
I
when
used to
everyone
love
used to
doing
do
that
that.
shit. There's so many TV shows on American
so much
fucking
better.
Netflix. Yeah,
Um,
fucking bullshit broadcast
My
rights.
voice really is quite loud, isn't it?
yeah, mate. Every
You
time
just
you
got a loud
talk,
voice,
it
mate.
goes red.
I'm like right next to the mic, and it doesn't even go up anywhere near as much as yours does. Look at you.
Oh yes.
You're bellowing. You're like what's his name? That fucking fat guy that's got big beard. He does like
That doesn't
every
narrow it
advert.
down.
He does,
Brian
like,
Blessed.
Yeah, Brian Blessed. You got like, oh, I've got a booming voice. Look at me, I'm fat.
Gordon's alive.
What is it with fat people and loud voices? Is it like,
I know,
does it
like-
like echo?
Yeah.
in
I
Love
the
these
chamber?
Turkish, in which case, kill the bastard. Okay.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say a quick side note as well.
Ah!
With the last podcast, I know it was the first one that we filmed. There's about 2 or so cuts in the middle, and I doubt anyone really cares. But I just wanted to
No one watched it.
to clean things up. We're watching the camera to make sure it doesn't go off. We're also keeping an eye on the audio track to make sure there's no errors. So we're constantly looking around, and if there's any technical difficulties, we have to get up and sort it all out, and I cut that out. So don't worry, if there's any cuts, you haven't missed anything.
It's actually because I said it's really bad stuff.
Yeah, and Greg gets really into his racial opinions. I cut that out, and then
I just hate white people. Scrammy
Oh,
little rats.
Bunch of white people are just a bunch of scrotes,
scrote.
bunch of sludge, sludges.
Sludge, mate. The sludge skins.
Rightio, let's get on to the first 2 pick.
Let's. Topic 1.
First topic on this podcast is what would you do if you woke up one day with £1 billion?
Oh, mate, don't even get me started on that.
This topic might be the longest topic we've done because
Oh, there's so
I
much
think
stuff to
I
do.
would go crazy, and then in a week I would be dead. I think I'd just go nuts.
That
Do you know
many
what I mean?
drugs?
Yeah. No, but you just go mad, wouldn't you?
Why?
I would. I would definitely just.
I'd buy land, lots of land, and then I'll go to Africa.
I'm really interested as to see what you.
Okay,
like,
so this is
genuinely
my
what your
my
plan.
genuinely what my plan is.
He's been talking about it. I don't know what you're gonna say.
So the idea is, in the third world, there's people that aren't getting paid much and live like having shit jobs. Now I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna save these guys. So I'm gonna get a bunch of them, maybe like 100,000 from different countries, all different races, and white people, black people, Thai people. I don't know what. All the colours.
White people, black people,
All the colours.
Thai
All the
people,
colours of the
all
rainbow.
the colours.
And I'm going to save them from poverty, and I'm going to bring them to like a big plot of land. And I'm going to be like, look, I will pay you guys good wages, get you good food, all the good shit. You got to build me pyramids.
I knew there was going to be a.
I want pyramids bigger than Giza. I want the biggest pyramid ever built. I want it to be like.
So you're basically
I want it to be
creating
like the Burj
Asian,
Khalifa, but
Asian
like bigger.
Auschwitz is what you've created.
Khalifa.
Bigger.
Yeah, but that would be good.
That would be good.
I
Wouldn't
did
it?
hear that the pharaohs actually didn't use slaves and they were
Do you think-
actually
yeah,
paid.
exactly. So like, I'm thinking 100,000 of them could get it done in 30 years or so. So I'll just sit there watching them every day. They'll be living a good life. They're banging. Like I'll get them. I'll have like medical shit for them. They're in the third
What,
world.
so no whip
They're
dudes?
they're dying of like toothaches and shit like that out there. In my pyramid scheme is not gonna have that.
That was all a build up for that,
That was
wasn't
good.
it?
You've been thinking about that all week, haven't you? Greg's pyramid scheme.
It's all good. I think it's like that. That's the sort of shit I would do. I would never have a billion quid and just do normal shit with it. It's just got to be stupid shit and weird shit and fun shit.
I agree.
I probably would buy like a mansion. Obviously, I think everyone
Technically,
would.
what you're doing
Yeah.
is kind of charity.
It's charity, but it's charity. It's charity, but I benefit from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's charity with a catch.
It's which is charity.
But the way I see it is
It's
that
kind of, I don't know why, it's reminding, it's very Holocausty
No,
in
but
my
I-
eyes.
I wouldn't say it's
Do you
very
know, but you know what I mean?
Holocausty.
It's like,
I'm not forcing
it's
them
gonna,
into it.
it's the, we're gonna load you up in vans, we're gonna move you, you're gonna have it
No.
alright, we're gonna rehome you, but you just gotta do a little bit of
We're not
work.
going to drive them to the sun. I'm going to fly them there. So it's not going to be in vans or anything. It's going to be in cargo planes.
I don't know. It
Yeah,
just
yeah,
seems
so
a little.
after you've
It
had your
seems a little
pyramid-
bit work will set you free for me.
The way
I
I
don't
see
know.
it is that...
How long are their working hours? How long do they have to spend in a day building
8
this
hours.
pyramid?
8 hours a day.
8 hours.
I'll make them work 40 hours a week. It's a fair
And
wage.
there's definitely. I mean, I know you're getting a bit dictatory, so you might lie to us, but there's definitely no whipping involved, and there's no foul play.
I mean, like, there's going to be a little bit of whipping.
Oh, fuck.
Nah,
There you go.
nah, of
I'm
course
out
it's
him.
a-
I knew his
Making love
game.
with the women and a little bit of whipping.
You see,
Nah.
because he can tell you whatever he wants. Because if you were a billionaire, you control the media, and you'd be on the telly like, "Hi, I'm
True,
Dictator
true.
Greg. Everything's all okay. Look at these happy workers." And then behind the scenes, you'd be wrecking
Ow,
people and
it hurts. And then it's just like, no, it doesn't.
back to work.
Nah, I don't know. What else would I do? Like,
No, but what are you gonna do
Pyramids.
once it's built?
Yeah,
live in a pyramid.
You're gonna live in it.
just are you
I'm gonna build a
like?
city inside the pyramid because it's gonna be so big. You can build a city inside the pyramid.
Are we talking like standard pyramid, like sand block pyramid, or are you gonna build it like out of brick? Like,
Mate,
what
I
are you
want
gonna-
a bit of everything.
Titanium.
white marble. Like,
I want a bit like white marble here, bit of sandstone, metal.
each side has
Gold.
a different.
The top's gonna be gold.
Is this
Bit
because
gold
you've been
plated
playing a
top.
lot of Minecraft recently?
Yeah, man.
Why have you never made? I've never seen you make.
Imagine
one on
having
Minecraft.
100,000 slaves on.
There you go. That's the word.
Okay.
That's it.
No, but it's like I'm okay.
It's slick.
If Greg does become a billionaire
Good
and
workers.
if he offers you
Good
work,
workers.
don't take it.
I'm just saying.
What about you? What would you do if you woke up with £1 billion just on your bedroom floor? in
I know a
stacks?
lot of people say this, but I actually genuinely would probably donate the first half.
I would definitely donate. Yes, definitely. £1 billion. That's too much money.
Look, my worker scheme would be donation, except a donation with, I'd be giving them steady work for the rest of their lives. Because think about it, most okay, I'm not even saying Africans. That's in, like, you know what I mean, like poor people.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
and there's lots of poor people. There's Mongolian poors. There's
This Mongolian
There's-
war.
there's- English poors.
There's English poors on. Like, there's like what, like thousands of people living on the streets. I'll be like, look, man, you homeless. I'll give you a home. I'll give you a little mini pyramid. You can.
They all get mini.
They live in their
pyramids.
own, there's a mini pyramid village, and they pick one to the middle.
and then my pyramid. And then no, but
For fuck's sake, Greg.
if
I love you.
You know what I mean? That
And do all these
You're
people
doing
that
a good
work,
job.
do they get, because you're building a city in the pyramid, do they get a place in the pyramid afterwards? Or are you like back to your own homes
they
now?
got their
you've
own
built it?
pyramids, don't they? Little pyramids.
So even they
Pyramid.
build the pyramid with a like pyramid tropolis in it, and they
Yeah.
don't get to live in it. They still have to live outside in their little pyramid tin huts.
Well, they're poor people. Why am I gonna let them on my
You know?
pyramid?
Yeah, but if you're giving them a steady income, surely they're not poor anymore.
Oh yeah, true.
What's the going rate? If they're working 8 hours a day, it's 5 days a week.
couple of cash?
Couple of cash.
Better than they're making in the third world. That's
Couple
what I'll
of
be giving them.
Kazakhstan
I
dollars.
don't know how much. It depends on where I build my pyramids. If I build my pyramids in like the Congo, I'm gonna give him a shit wage. I'll build it in like Britain. I'm gonna have to give him a good wage, otherwise I'm gonna get arrested. So, gotta do it within the law.
Yeah, you do it within the law.
Within the law. Don't break any laws.
Yeah.
Didn't do nothing wrong.
I'd build my pyramid in Russia because they're hard workers.
Thing is that-
and I'd build it out of ice in the middle of like.
Yeah, but people give me shit for this, yeah? But Coca-Cola, they're paying people like 10p a
God.
day to bottle your Coca-Cola. You're still drinking your Coca-Cola. You know what I mean? Just
You're
saying.
not wrong.
I am
He's
not
got
wrong.
a point.
You're
I've got a
just
good
an
point.
asshole.
That's the thing
Yeah.
about Greg. He says horrible
saying.
things, but it's all true, and it's all stuff that's well. I say it's all true. What was that thing you said last week?
Just trying to
about
help.
People in Ecuador eat children and kill each other. That's probably not true.
They could do, because they got like the highest murder rate in the world. They gotta be...
Is that
They-
Ecuador?
there's gotta be a
I
bit
thought
of
the
cannibal
highest
in it.
murder rate in the world was
El Salvador.
no, Honduras or something.
It's
Yeah,
all the
it is
same
Honduras.
country up there. They all speak Spanish. Why are they saying that they're different countries? They speak Spanish. You're Spanish. Just become Spain.
We've gone really off track. What else would you do if you were
Just
a
saying.
billionaire?
I
Donate
think
some of it.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
donate a larger portion of it, but I
If
probably...
we're saying a billion,
Yeah,
1 billion, how much are we talking that you would donate?
half.
Yeah, half.
Half.
That's fair enough, I think.
Straight down the middle.
Yeah,
Half. I know you're looking at me weird, but I just would.
I definitely would as well. Because a
Donate it to
billion.
me, and I'll use
If
that for my
but if
pyramid.
I'm lucky enough to have been blessed with that amount of money, I
Yeah.
want to make other people feel blessed.
I mean, a couple of million, like these people that win on the lotto. You know what I mean? They buy a mansion
Yeah.
and some fucking quad bikes, and then they in 2 years they're bankrupt. Whereas £1 billion is too much money. You could get anything.
You're set for life.
Yeah.
Especially if you find someone who can do your the stock exchange.
Yeah, you can
Like
put
a
you can
really
you can set up a trust fund and literally get like
Yeah.
100k a year from it, just from the money they can make on
God,
stocks.
So come on, you would donate half.
That's why
of
rich
it.
people
No,
stay
this
rich.
is what I want.
Once
I
you're
want
rich, you're rich.
I
You stay
want
rich.
This is gonna sound
Richie
weird
rich.
because I don't like deep water, but I want a humongous boat.
Yeah, like those
A
probably like
boat-
James Bond villain ones.
Yeah.
Boats with boats on them.
I thought you were going to
yeah.
say you wanted
No,
some
boats with
underwater
boats.
city.
With boats. And then little dinghies on the little boats. Oh mate, you could have like 4
That's
boats.
exactly what I want. Have you seen those monstrous boats though?
Yeah, man, like the
GTA
proper
5 style
the
boats,
Saudi
like-
billionaire ones,
Way
They're
bigger.
crazy,
Oil
yeah.
money boats. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
They've got
fucking
like
insane.
jet skis on the back.
They're like got like tents. They look like the fucking ferry things, that, you know, like cruise ships.
Yeah.
They're like cruise ships, but they're personal ships.
and then I think I'd live on it. You know, travel a bit.
You could go anywhere. Well, anywhere that's near the sea. You couldn't go like.
Uh,
I tell you what, you'd
Colorado
spend a
or
lot
something.
of money on docking, though. Because I've heard when you live on boats and you have to like, obviously you go into.
why would I put my foreskin over another man's penis?
I'll tell you why. Because I'm pretty sure
My
when you
free
live
skin,
when you
sorry.
live on a boat, to dock up for like you're only allowed to stay there for a certain
that's
amount
what
of
I
time.
spend the rest of the money
and
on.
it's like really like yeah.
Or
You'd
what I
rip
just
through
do
that money.
is I just go really far out to sea, but on a. No.
And
No,
what-
I have a plane. I have a helicopter on my sea.
Okay, fair enough. On my
Yeah.
sea, you'd be very
Yeah.
limited as to where you could take this boat. Because
No,
I mean,
'cause I
if
can
it's
put it
monstrous,
anywhere.
no, because if it's monstrous, like it's placing it in England.
Dude, I could put it
where
like
are
a
you gonna-
mile out to sea and then get over on the helicopter.
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
shit! I've
fair
got a
enough.
good idea actually.
Oh, here we go. More
Use that
sea
billion.
pyramids.
You know, use that. Like, think about it. There's a billion.
Oh, what a pyramid!
A billion quid is a lot more money than most
Than a
than
million.
most countries like make GDP or
Hmm.
whatever a year. Okay, to like spend on like public shit like hospitals and all that shit.
You know, all the rubbish.
So there's a
All that stuff.
so there's a bunch of countries out there that you could easily make your own military and invade,
Right, here we go.
and you
It's
could
got
take
really
over countries.
It's got really Turkmenistan
could.
here. Like,
You
You
could
could.
take over countries.
Again, you're not wrong. You're
Dictator
just
Greg
an
over
asshole.
here. Yeah.
I just want to have a country.
What country would you have? Come
I
on.
don't know, like-
I know you've been thinking about this.
Venezuela or some shit. I'll whip them in line. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
Yeah, Craig.
Oh
Yeah,
my
because they're like
God.
one of them communist countries. Like I'll be like kind of like that, but like good. I'd be like a good one.
You would get tainted fast.
I'd be like if Stalin was happy and nice.
Greg, Greg,
I'd be like you starve, but you nice. You starve half.
you have half staff. Yeah, Greg, I've played that Rick and Morty game with you. I know how you like control so much, and that's over just three other people.
I do like controlling
You would
people.
be poisoned.
And
I would be
you would.
poisoned.
I know you would spark wars between other small countries because you like setting other people
not
against
enough
each
war
other.
these days. Like
Not enough war.
back in the old days, it's like
You'd be in Venezuela, sat in your mansion. You'd be calling up the president of Chile and the president of fucking
'cause it's
like,
like-
Argentina. Like, I
It's
heard
because
he's
like,
been
all these
talking
countries
trash
have got
about
like
you.
nuclear weapons these
Like-
days, so it's like everyone's too scared to fight. So what you do is you fight the ones that don't have nuclear weapons. You know, like America does. America goes in the country, like kills and rapes, leaves. It's fine. You can get away with it because you got nuclear weapons. I would be like North Korea. I'd build nukes because then no one would touch me, but I can touch other people.
Greg is joking about everything he says.
We're just sat here with our arms on our heads because we know, like, what you say is funny in a joke context.
Yeah.
But anyone who doesn't
Doesn't know?
you,
Yeah,
But that's one thing I would like to say about jokes. When it comes to jokes, is
yeah.
people can find jokes not funny. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
But you know, if someone's saying something like crazy, and you can tell the difference between when they're being serious and when they're joking.
Yes. That's all.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's all I'll say about us.
But I'm
like,
not joking.
I think that's why we've got along so long for years, is because for me something is funnier by how unfunny it should be. If I know I'm not supposed to laugh at something because it's bad, that's 10 times funnier to me.
Yeah,
So with
yeah,
me and
definitely.
you, obviously being on a platform like YouTube where we'll be filming and we'll say something and be like, you can't say that. For obvious reasons, that's going to offend somebody. I get it. But behind the scenes, me and you will say the most horrible shit just to make each other laugh.
no,
We
but
know it's
that's-
bad, but it's a
that's- yeah,
joke.
all-
It's a joke.
all-
So if you ever are offended by us, we are joking
all
and we're not
comedians,
serious.
if you went to the behind the scenes of like a comedy bar,
Yeah.
they say the most horrific things to each
Yeah.
other, but it's just to make each other laugh.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
don't
man. They
actually
even
believe
get
it.
their dicks out.
There's a difference between saying something and actually physically doing it. That's what I'm just trying to say. You know, like you wouldn't.
If I actually got a billion quid, I'd
The
be
worst,
doing,
the worst thing is comedians trying to explain that.
I'm not, obviously not going
everything's
to
a
tell
joke.
people what I would actually do with a billion quid. I'm just giving them some good ideas.
Yeah, you're giving the bad people the good ideas.
But the trouble is like, you say all this shit and we laugh, but there are people out there that do have like billions of pounds and do own countries, and like everything you've said has happened multiple times.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say, what would you do with a billion?
I don't know.
Million.
I think I would genuinely try and save a lot of it, because one, £1 billion is just too much, and no. Two, you know, like you see these ultra celebrities, like.
Paris Hilton.
Yeah, they've got so
Yeah.
much money that they've bought everything they want, and now they're just bored. And they're bored of everything. And it's like, I think if I went nuts in a week and bought a boat and built a fucking pyramid, I'd be like, now what? And I'd be like, great, I've still got,
Every other person.
I've still
that
got
gets that
900 million
That's
left.
why my
and I'm
pyramid
bored.
scheme is a 30-year plan.
okay,
It's going to
fair
take
enough.
30 years to build it, so I got 30 years.
But I
And then
think,
obviously,
I
like,
think my
after
big
30 years.
thing, and I've always said I would do this if I was rich, I would buy a really small little shit football team. Like someone like Morecambe or like...
Oh, like Southampton.
Yeah. And I would just be like, I'd just be like, here's 100 million. Go nuts. And they'd be like, and then like all of a sudden this like mega stadium would go up in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
So what you want to do is basically what all the Saudi princes are doing with
yes,
the Premier League.
like Man City.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, no, I would buy a small football team and just give them 100 million and just be like, go fucking crazy.
Well, yeah, but when I would give them 100 million and be like, mate, I fucking own you, bitches.
Oh yeah, no, because that's what I would do.
And I don't want you. You're
Yeah.
fucking rubbish, mate. You're
You've been in this team for 10 years.
Yeah, no,
fuck
I'd
off.
get rid of the
you're
whole team.
40 years old
Yeah.
and you've been playing
Yeah.
in League
No
2.
pension for
It's
you.
over.
The whole team. I'd get rid of the whole team, mate.
It's over.
I'd build them. I'd bulldoze their stadium, no matter how much history it had. Right? They'd be like, "We've had this stadium for 100 years." I'd be like, "Boof, flatten
tell
it."
you one
I'd
thing.
build a mega stadium with an executive box. I'd sit there drinking spirits that I don't even like, just overseeing, just like all of these like super mega foreign players coming in, and I would just sit there like, "Mwahaha," and watch,
tell you one
and
thing that'd
watch
be
as we
amazing.
won the Premier
So
League. with
basically,
money.
you two want something that is that pisses other people off.
I don't want to piss other people off. My pyramid's not.
You guys are assholes, man.
I don't wanna piss
I just
other
want a big
people
boat.
off.
I'll tell you. Okay, like legit.
You
no,
were like, I want a fucking bulldozer
I
thing.
wouldn't do
no,
that.
like, no joke. Not.
Maybe I'd even start my own fucking football team with £1 billion. I could do that.
Yeah.
Start my own football team. Start from the
Can I
conference
be?
and just
Can
build
I
it up.
be? The social media manager.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Take the Twitter. I'd give that to you. Yeah.
And then every time one of their nudes gets released, you just retweet it.
Yeah.
I think that gets rid of like people, like the whole fappening.
I mean, one thing.
Like, if someone
I was
leaked a
super
picture of
famous,
you-
I would just leak my own news. Because
That's
then
why I get my cock and balls out all the
then
time.
you can't-
Because it's
you can't
like if
get
there was
shamed.
ever a threat, it's just like everyone.
you can't
seeing
get
my
shamed
cunt.
if you're comfortable with your nudity.
Yeah.
Who gives a
totally.
shit? It's like yeah, like with the fappening, it's like
The fat.
no one gives a fuck. Like
Yeah.
oh no, my titties, my fans is out, and my penis. Who
How
gives
did
a
we
fuck?
get onto
Just-
this?
You're an actress. You get naked in films all the time. Who gives
This
a
is
fuck?
true.
No one cares.
Yeah.
I guess it's because it's personal. But
I
like,
don't know. I think maybe
I would just leak nudes.
I
if I was
remember.
famous. Like
Probably if I was
even
about 18, I would be a bit pissed off. But now I just wouldn't care. I'd be like, retweet.
Okay, so as I was talking about earlier, we have a lot of technical issues. The camera seems to have cut out, but luckily we were just about to move on to.
Yeah, we have to sit much closer together on this shot.
we now have to have a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, we're going to be
Because
moving on.
without
anyway.
them, we can't make these podcasts. I don't know what we've got today for you, but
No,
let's just see.
please fund our lives.
Looking for a hot new album? One more metallic than a block of iron. Angels of Massacre. They got hot riffs. Epic vocals.
You fucking cunt!
Killer guitar solos. The new album, I Killed a Ghost for Satan and he didn't respond. Available exclusively on Napster.
Okay, topic 2, guys. I'll be honest. Don't really have one. But I was thinking.
I thought we had one.
Yeah. No. Well, last night I said farts and you were like, farts!
That is a weird idea for a, like
you want
a
to do a
thing.
whole topic on fart?
Man
Dude,
thinks
I
you...
could... Oh, especially after your farts last night.
Yeah, his farts were pretty bad.
I don't know what happened. Like, I was.
Mine were bad this morning. I think it's all that steak and stuff I had.
I have no idea. Yeah, it's got really bad guts in the evening. And was like farting in the car with these two. And they weren't happy.
Bethan wasn't a lot less happy.
Yeah,
I was going to slap you.
I was happy. I was happy.
getting high on that shit. So you want to do a
I
whole
think fat
topic?
people can't do the arm fart. I used to be able to do it all the time, and now I've got a fucking blob.
I can do it with my neck.
I can't do it.
How can you do what the?
Yeah, I used to be able to
That's
do that.
weird.
You can do that. Try it.
What the fuck are we doing? What are we
Making
doing?
fart noises.
Okay, come on.
So you want to do a topic on just farts, or do you want to do like farts and bowel?
Oh no.
movements?
We said I think we agreed on it last night. I was pretty drunk, but we said anything that comes out of the back passage.
Okay, anything to do with an anus is this topic.
Wow, what
That's
a great
it.
topic.
What a topic.
Yeah.
As horrible as it sounds, I
Anus
bet
stuff.
we've got some good stories.
I literally wanted to talk to you guys about this because I found out that there's a certain thing in your butthole that can read whether it's a fart or a poo.
What do you mean? For what?
Well, so
purpose?
it's like a detector.
It's like a detector of what's in the rectum. Like
I
a
imagine like two tubes.
director.
And it's like,
That's pretty cool.
did you say directum? Did you say directum?
Look at him. He's
Like
a mess.
detecting.
This is why
Detecting rectum.
why are we doing? This is why we shouldn't do this topic. Look at him. He's just getting set off.
Detecting rectum.
I promise we're not high. I promise.
Yeah, but detecting rectum. Oh, fuck you guys.
What the fuck?
Whatever.
Right, okay.
He's fucking.
I'm gonna make a callback to a previous podcast. I cannot remember if it's if it was the last one or the one before, but you said that could be a whole topic. I quote: "That could be a whole topic. The amount of times I've shat myself." So, I'd like you to share a story about
Yeah, go on.
any time that you've
Tell us
shit
about you
yourself.
shitting your pants.
Like,
I was once in Asda. I was with my ex-girlfriend.
oh god.
Hello, if you're watching, you're probably not. You're probably looking at me like, Jesus Christ, he got bloated. you look like when we used to go out, but were found in a creek after like 4 days in water.
What the fuck?
You know, like bloated dead bodies.
Yeah, I got you. It was just a bit morbid. That
Yeah, it
one.
was.
Go
Either
on.
way,
You were in Asda
I was with
Rex.
her, and oh god, so I was in the magazine section. Reading, I don't know, probably Kerrang or something lame. And I was like, yeah, get that little sneaky fart out. And it turned out that my detective rectum wasn't detecting very well. And I shit my pants to death.
That's pretty bad.
You as well, knowing you, I bet you were wearing shorts.
No, at the
Really?
time I wasn't. No.
Fair enough. You were lucky.
I was
on
wearing
that day.
some. I was probably some baggy jeans or like cargo pants or something.
Fucking hell.
But,
what did you tell her that you shit yourself?
Mate, I looked at her and she was like, because
All
I
I
was like,
smell is poo.
get out of here, shitter.
Shitter.
No, I just looked at her and she just knew.
Just knew.
But
You
then
had the look.
Knew the
like,
kind of person you are.
I just looked at her like.
Phil.
So I went in the toilet, yeah, and oh god, so I go into the toilet. I go into the disabled toilet. So there's more room, yeah. I'm pulling my pants off. Like what? I'm using my pants to wipe down the insides of my legs and
Oh
everything.
my
Yeah.
god.
Then I then I turned my jeans inside out and washed the butt bit where all the shit was and wiped it all off. And then I threw the underwear in the period bin. But whilst all this was happening, there's people fucking knocking on the door like, ours is just about to get closed. We're just about to shut. And I was just fucking covered in shit. It was horrible.
Jesus, dude. I do not have a story like that.
How that girl stayed with me
Oh my
for like an extra year.
god.
I don't get it. Like, how does that happen? Maybe I just have a really good detective rectum. I tell you what. I've never shat myself. I mean,
We need to turn this into a character like Detective Rectum.
Oh, let's have a look.
He needs a pipe.
Oh, is it air or is it solid?
He dips his pipe in it. Like,
Yeah, he scoops a bit.
what the fuck?
Oh, that's a good puff.
That's a good pup.
Just fucking pumping shit. Alright.
So you've never shit yourself like in public or?
Nah, I
like,
never
or-
shat myself. I've obviously like had a really bad shit, and then
You've never shit yourself in general.
I've had swamp butt, but that's
It's
about
when
it.
you like fart, but it feels like
No,
you shit
that's not
yourself,
what
but
swamp
it's not.
butt is. Swamp butt is when you have like the worst fucking like, you know, like a period or something like that. It's just
Yeah.
water. And it gets all in your
Squishy.
ass, and then there's no toilet paper, so you just gotta live with it, just in its swampy ass.
Oh,
That's pretty grim.
I've had that, but I've never had like shat myself. I've pissed myself a few times.
You've been there when I've shit myself.
Have I?
Or no, you were there that time we were walking home from town, and I was like, Greg, I need to shit.
Yeah, we were walking home, and Matt was just like, "I really need shit." And I was like, "Dude, just wait till
Just
we get
wait
home."
till we get
it's
home.
like it's like 20 minutes away, and he's just like, "No."
Nah, sometimes when you gotta go, you gotta go.
The
20
detective
minutes.
was fucking.
Like, and it was like on this road.
ringing.
It was on the. We were
The
on this
detective was on my ass.
He was paging me, man. He was like,
emergency meltdown. But the thing is that. Yeah, we were on this road, and this road's really famous where we live for, like, just being where all the OAPs live. So he goes to
Okay,
this.
so the pavement's no
He
stranger
goes.
to
He
a
goes.
puddle
To,
of
yeah, he
shit.
goes to
That's-
this tree that's just not really hidden, He just goes to this tree, sits like goes behind it, and just takes a huge dump.
So you don't really shit yourself. You shit just in
No,
public.
no, yeah, no.
He would have
but
shat
I
himself.
would have shat myself.
Who would have?
I also
Fuck yeah.
happened about a year ago when we were filming that thing down that bridge.
Which bridge?
The bridge we jumped off in that vlog.
Oh yeah, man. No, that happened. Oh shit, yeah. Oh, that just brought back some bad memories. That was disgusting.
What?
It was like yellow. It looked like horse shit. It had like hay in it. There's something wrong with this man's ass.
His detective isn't very good.
His
He's
detective-
got a low budget detective.
Your detective Rectum is fucking just clearly like he's probably like
Oh, I got Forrest Gump in my ass.
Forrest Gump detective.
Oh, that one's definitely fans. Popping out.
Oh my god.
That's a rare
No,
great
it's
laugh.
Greg laugh.
You know I'm laughing. It's funny.
Who said this topic was a
I
bad
told you
idea?
it is like it.
I've got one. He's fucked. He's gone. Greg's gone. I've only got one decent story where my
God.
detective let me down, and I have to say it probably wasn't my fault.
Fucking got the giggles. Sorry.
I had food poisoning.
Yeah.
If you've ever had food poisoning, you know that
Yeah,
there's no holding back. Your detective's having a nap.
Yeah, that
Your detectives
that
kick back and
feeling
it's
when
just
you've
whizzing
got a bad
past him,
stomach
like-
and it just goes.
Yeah. Me
You have to go.
and Bethan went to a family like barbecue, and they were cooking chicken, and I was looking at it and it was like really pink and slimy. I'd never had food poisoning previously, so like when you haven't had something before, you'd be like, fuck it. But now I'd like vigorously check everything. So like, I never want that again.
Bad,
And like
innit?
they do barbecues like all the time, and I think it's just because they've got like iron stomachs. They're just like immune to it. And I was like, it looks pink and slimy, but they have barbecues like every week. Like, no
They know
way,
what they're doing.
this is fine. So Bethan's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm shoveling it down. But this
Pink
was in London.
slimy chicken.
Yeah, it wasn't like super pink and slimy. It was just a little, you know, when you get into the middle and it's a little bit sort of suspect. But
like
I didn't
some
think anything of it because
rare
they have
ass
barbecues
chicken.
like every week. So I was like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no, fuck it. This was in London. We get home that night. Bethan gets really, really ill. And because she's diabetic, whenever she gets super sick, we have to call the doctors because it could be... So, like, emergency, like, out-of-hours ambulance comes out. She's, like, really sick. She's, like, vomiting like mad. She's like, do you think I have food poisoning? I was like, you can't, because if you had food poisoning, I'd have food poisoning, and I'm fine. And she's like, yeah, you know where it's going. And so the doctors come out, and we were like, they're like, it's nothing diabetic. Just, you can watch over her, right? She doesn't have to go in the hospital. I was like, you can count on me. I'll watch her all night. It's completely fine. So I sit up. She's still puking like, because when you got food poisoning, you puke like you gun it until you are empty, and even when you're empty, you're still like retching.
Oh, I
There's
hate the
nothing to
dry
puke.
retching.
And so like the out of hours, this was like 1 a.m. So the doctor leaves. She's like puking. She managed to get herself to sleep, and I'm sort of sat on the sofa like, okay, I can watch over her. And like that, I'm like, something feels right. Just shit my pants, like just shit, like just from fine to. I was like, oh my god, like I've
What do you
shit
reckon
myself.
your detective said?
My detective went to sleep. He was like, well, there's no more to do here for the day. I'm fucking off. And he went to sleep like that, and this shit went.
Your detective was there, and he was just like, this pink slime comes down. And he's like, what's this?
This is peculiar. Yeah, so I run upstairs, whip my cacks off because they're just full of shit. Bin them, take them outside and bin them. But like,
It feels horrible, doesn't
I've
it?
got a bucket and I'm puking and shitting simultaneously. It's like
It's like a human Catherine wheel.
it's like it's fucked. And she's on the sofa asleep, and she doesn't find out until the morning when I'm like this mess on the sofa that I've got it as well. And we spend the next 2 days just
You
in
get
bed
ill
together,
so easily,
shaking,
though.
like just just vomiting and shitting. Like,
What-
it's
like,
so bad.
Do you think you could shit so hard that your detective gets shot out,
the detective leaves
and
your
then you
body.
like flush him, and then he has like a journey to get back to your asshole?
What? And then whilst the guy who
Disney
who's
Pixar,
bumhole-
if
While,
you're watching-
while he's gone, you just like you eat a banana, you just shit a banana back out because
It's like Finding
he's
Nemo,
not there. He's
but
not
the
there to
acid
detect.
Just it reminds me of that Beano comic, The Numbskulls. Do you remember them?
Yeah,
Oh,
man, the
yeah.
numbskulls were the best.
We've created this amazing character. If we ever make Three Skins merch, I want a rectum
What does
detective.
he look like though?
Detective rectum.
Because I know he's got a pipe, but is he a guy?
I think
is he,
he
a
would.
shit?
I
What
think
is
he would look like Nick Valentine from Fallout 4. He would look like that, the
Yeah.
little hat and the coat. But instead of like a robot, he'd be like a little poo man.
So long as he gets.
He has to have a moustache.
Yeah, Shane.
He'd be made of sweet corn. He'd have a sweet corn face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like Cornwallis from South Park.
Cornwallis.
yeah. It would be a poo man, but like his eyes would be, and his eyes made out of corn. He'd be like, yeah, little
Okay,
poo
yeah.
man. If
So-
you like Three Skins merch and what's he called? Detective Rectum, or Rectum Detective.
I think
Detective
it-
rectum.
Detective Rectum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want Detective Rectum merch, we will get that done.
He's
at
hiding
some
in your
point.
bowel somewhere.
We all have one inside us.
Everyone's
Inside
one's a
us.
little bit different.
That's actually a short amount to talk about with this because I could go on
What do you think
forever.
people with irritable bowel syndromes, Detective Rectums, look like?
Irritated.
They're like,
That's where it comes from. Irritable bowel.
Yeah.
Man.
He's-
You get pissed off.
I've
so
had
easy.
enough of this shit.
because
Come
the
through,
detective's
get it
just
out.
really bored, yeah, and annoyed.
Like when
We've
you get
cracked it.
when you get constipation, what's happening then? Is like detective like there just like nope.
You made me snot. Fucking hell.
Nope.
Nope. Fuck me. Okay,
Oh, wait a
what even
second.
were we talking about?
Unleash.
Pooing ourselves.
Dude, I'm not even joking, right? Because I've been on painkillers and opioids. They bung you up.
Mm-hmm.
They bung up your poo.
Yeah, I had that when I was in hospital.
Yeah,
Well bad.
so I'm coming off them now, like slowly, because I'm doing it right. And god damn, they're the biggest I've ever seen.
Really?
Well, you
Yes,
shit.
my poos are fucking human. They look like twice of that mic upwards.
Oh, no
Yeah,
way.
honestly, and the
Is
top.
that- I think that's just
it's
'cause you're
called
fat,
wizard
dude.
hatting. It's
Wizard
called, it's
hatting.
called wizard hatting, where it comes out in like, but you can see where you're.
You can
I
see
don't
you can
look at
see
that.
from when your rectum was tiny, and then you can see as detective rectum is widening your rectum, you know, spinning the wheel that opens it.
Spinning the wheel. So he's a detective. He's a landing bay expert.
It's like a
He's
drawbridge.
also-
You know what I mean? So
He's not much of a detective, really. He has various side jobs.
no, well, no. His main job is to detect if it's gas or if it's solid. Sometimes liquid.
So what does he do? Does he have like, why the fuck are we? Does he have like, you know, in like those American films, like the mail room where it comes through the tubes?
Yeah.
Does he have like one of those and a little gas canister comes through and he chucks it in the fart pile, and then like a poo one comes through and he chucks it in the poo pile,
I
and
imagine-
then he ships that out through the door.
I mean, if you got a very orderly bum, that's probably what it's
Yeah.
like.
But some of them are just chaos. Like,
Yeah, sometimes it's just an assembly line, and sometimes he's just doing something else, and the assembly line, it's just the shit's just going
people
through.
with like irritable bowel syndromes, like mail rooms, are like chaotic, and there's people running around everywhere, and they're mixing up the canisters, and he's opening the door at the wrong times, and you're shitting yourself in public, and he's like, "Oh fuck, sorry," and he winds it back. And is that how it works? You're the expert.
Yeah, you got the worst ass. Your detective rectum is dysfunctional.
Yeah,
I already
wizard,
told
yeah,
you,
wizard
fuck
hat.
it.
Forrest Gump,
you,
mate.
oh man, the problem is right. There's someone who's listening to this who gets what I'm trying to say.
What did you
When
say
you-
that you were on? What was it that makes your shits really big? Sorry?
Opiates.
Opiates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
No, I was just. Is it like a common thing that they dish out at like hospitals? Because if it is, then
It's not. I'm not taking them illegally.
no.
It's for my
But I
ankle.
mean, like, yeah. But I'm saying like,
It makes
because
you
you're a big
constipate.
man, Yeah.
The
okay.
compaction.
I was just seeing the chances that somebody else would be on them and be like, I know what you mean. My shits are huge.
Someone's taken. Loads of people have taken.
Yeah, I had like I was on morphine when I broke my leg in the hospital, and they left me in there for a week to see what the bone did for some reason because I don't know, they're just lazy or some shit, and it just pumped me for the morphine. I didn't shit once. I'll go out of hospital. No, I shit a lot.
It's like, honestly, man,
it hurt.
If
that's what anal sex feels like, I feel sorry for like the woman. I just feel sorry.
Dude, my shits were twice as wide as my dick.
That wide, then.
So it's like getting one of them fucking fat old dildos and just shoving it
looked like, I'll tell you what, it looked like you couldn't snap it in half. They're so long though, but the problem is you know, like when you put a straw in water,
and
it like bends.
yeah,
yeah, you know what I mean. So when you take a picture of it, it looks really shit,
like a funhouse mirror. Like the shit was huge. It was that long, but in the water it looks like
photos, but it just doesn't do it justice.
What was the colour as well? Because I always find with like bigger, more solid shits, they're always darker.
Yeah, really dark.
Yeah,
definitely. I agree.
Like nearly Greg's t-shirt, but
I'm so sorry if you were expecting like some really like philosophical.
Yeah, I think maybe we
topics.
should move on to the news.
News,
go.
yeah.
News.
Straight onto the news where it's people fucking ghosts and horses. This is what you wanted to do, was it, when you signed up for a podcast?
Well, at least we got that topic out of the way, so we never have to do it again.
This is true. To the news.
This is the news section of the podcast.
In the news.
Let's start off.
It's a slow one today, apparently.
It's a slow one today because someone hasn't fucking researched this shit.
I've got the research, cunt.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go on, then. Let's go.
Right, Florida man.
It's Florida.
As always.
Yeah, Florida man dies in meth lab explosion after lighting his farts on fire.
Relevant.
I know, that's why I started with that one.
Someone's detective rectum was high, and he was like blazing meth. And,
the detective rectum didn't take into account like all the information he was getting from the brain. The brain was like, "Oh, we're in a meth lab," and he's just like, he shoots down the tube, and he's just like, "No, I'm not gonna read that."
Yeah.
Let it out.
The detective rectum's like, I don't give a fuck right now.
Like, imagine that. Imagine dying in a meth lab explosion.
Why would you be setting a light to anything, especially
can I
your
just
farts?
point out that I just realised that was from a satire thing, but
that sucks.
That's
not.
No.
Not mentioned it.
Do you know what's funny?
What?
That is very plausible.
Yeah. Like
I believed it.
If you're fucked on meth, I mean that's something that you do, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've never seen a meth.
I wouldn't.
In person.
Yeah, like I wouldn't recommend taking meth in the meth lab. It doesn't seem like a safe place.
I've seen a lot of meth labs in real life. When I went to Georgia, sat in the sticks, and it's so normal out there. Like you're driving around, there's these little shacks, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's probably a meth lab there." Just a little rundown shack.
Fuck off.
I swear to God, mate, it's in Georgia, Atlanta. It's just mountains and forests. It's the middle of fuck nowhere.
Yeah, it's like they've moved on from moonshine to fucking meth.
It's normal out there, man.
Meth scares the life out of me.
Yeah, fuck meth.
Right, okay, guys. This one's real because it's from the Mirror.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Did the Mirror ever write anything about us?
No, the Sun did.
Was that the Sun? As long as it's not the Sun, because fuck that.
I know, they're amazing. I'm going to talk about how the Sun acted like they interviewed me, but all they did was, it was a random woman DMing me on Twitter that I thought was a fan, and then she just used my quotes.
That's incredible.
Man. And they took everything we said in the video out of context as well, and like cut out sentences and like placed them together.
A lot of people, if you ever read a news story, if you've ever been part of a news story, you will know how much they manipulate it.
Oh
yeah, definitely.
If you've never been part of a news story, don't read a news story and think that everything that they're saying is right.
No, because at the end of the day, they don't want to put out news. They only want to put
They
out
want
stuff
clicks.
that people will read. If there was a plausible news story, you wouldn't click on it on Facebook like, oh my god, something fucking ordinary happened.
What was like the title of the article?
Booze this idiot.
Yeah, and they were trying
that's
to.
such
and they
a
were,
Sun thing.
It was
to get
on
like them like 40-year-old men who booze
Yeah.
this idiot. Oh, look at these fucking.
it was on the.
morons.
It was the Bongzilla video, and they were trying to say
No.
that. Yeah, it was.
It was the 10 and 10, and then there was the Bongzilla one.
Oh, well, I could only remember the Bongzilla one, but they were basically saying that we were trying to promote binge drinking to children. Even though if you'd ever watched our channel, you'd know that
We
all
always
the time-
tell people not to.
yeah, we're doing the stupid shit so that you don't have
Oh,
to.
and I'd like
That
to
was the
point out
point.
I've only ever downed spirits once. And that was that 20%. And after that, I was like, I do not want anyone copying that.
And most of the
Anything
time,
like that.
Down
So I-
spirits
that was the
bad.
only drinking we did when we filmed. And then throughout the week, like Paul being a dad, Paul never drank. I'm not much of a drinker. Apart from when we were doing challenges and stuff, we never drank, really. Apart from...
Man,
I drink on live streams and videos.
Yeah.
I would say I drink more than Matt. So
But it's not like you're going out and being fucking destructive, is it?
No.
Binge drinking on a park bench. You're in your house.
I'll tell you one thing though. Yeah, exactly. That so many people have asked me to down bottles of spirits, and I know that I can do it. I'm not gonna brag or
I've
anything.
seen
I
him
just
down spirits.
I just
before.
know.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know we're
Technical
just rambling now, but I
difficulties.
just never wanted anyone to ever copy because I know that when you drink beer, you
Yeah.
have to drink a very large amount of it to make you very ill.
Yeah, definitely.
But with spirits, you can drink a pint of spirits as being like 14 to show your mates and fucking go to hospital. So
That-
that's
yeah,
why, like,
with spirit,
do
like
you know what I mean?
spirits, you can drink so fucking much.
Yeah.
Like every single time I got super wasted on spirits, but beer
Mm.
after a certain amount of beers, I'm just like, man, I'm gonna.
You
fucking-
never get fucked up.
You get
fucked
froth-
up
you
on
get
beer.
froth
You just
belly.
puke.
You get
Yeah.
froth belly and you just
You just
puke
get
up.
ill on beer. The most drunk I've ever been is that Shipwrecked. That like whole bottle of Kraken. Mate, I'm too small for it. It just fucks me up.
That was good. That
No
was
idea
fun.
where I am. Wake up with like my pants off.
You
and a
woke
cat
up
on
here.
my
didn't
head.
You
like,
literally
yeah.
woke up on this sofa,
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah. And
Incredible.
that's the worst I've ever felt, I think, as well. Like, every like 10 minutes on the dot, I would vomit, and I couldn't move my head without being sick. But yeah,
Nice.
beer, you just get drunk and then ill.
This is what I'm gonna say. You can cut this bit out.
Go on.
but,
This podcast might be a bit longer than normal, but
Yeah,
hey ho, fuck it.
but I don't want you to have to edit for ages.
Go on.
Okay.
What's the next story?
The next story is a woman gets Kinder eggs stuck in her vagina after a romantic proposal goes horribly wrong.
So what's a romantic proposal? Did he shove a Kinder up?
Will you marry
egg up
me?
there?
Yes. How did that? How did
No,
that?
I'll tell you what it is, right? They
The
want
picture's amazing.
they want to have babies, and he has chocolate sperm.
So
Oh, you're
next,
making
that's-
this up, right?
that's
Can
not-
I just say?
It's an egg, sperm, egg, chocolate. Whatever.
no.
How
This
does a
is a shit
Kinder?
joke.
How does a Kinder egg get stuck up a vagina?
And what is it
Because
doing up
wouldn't
there?
it just melt?
It would just melt.
Yeah, but what's it doing up there? Like,
Oh, actually, no. I suppose actually it would be quite bad because the chocolate would melt, but the foil would still be in there. And then a Kinder egg,
Oh,
you've got
yeah,
the little
the
thing
foil.
on the inside as well. So you'd have foil and just the little yellow pot with a toy in it stuck up ya.
What would you do if you shoved a Kinder egg up someone's minge? Yeah, it melted. Yeah, and then the toy come out made.
I'd fucking run.
Let's
For anyone who
face it.
doesn't know, Kinder eggs, you build the toy that comes inside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
if you
mean,
live in America and you can get hold of a
They're
fucking
banned.
Magnum, but you can't get a fucking Kinder egg.
Yeah, they're banned in America.
Yeah, it's just little chocolate eggs, and they've got little makeable
toys in
toys
them,
inside
yeah.
them. They're like that big, but fucking yeah. I'd be very surprised if it came out made because Kinder eggs toys are notoriously difficult and fiddly to fucking
You know
make.
what I'm wondering? Like, so if girl shoves up like chocolate up her minge, yeah, and then you lick her out, is it gonna taste chocolate?
I hope so.
That'd be pretty good.
I don't think I'd like the colour of chocolate around the vagina,
Yeah, but you know it's not poop, so it's cool.
especially after our last conversation
Yeah, but yeah.
about pooping yourself.
Do girls have a detective vagina
Well, for
know.
queefs.
For queefs.
for queefs and penises?
Oh yeah, it's like come on in.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and the detective would be like a sassy woman.
I reckon.
Oh no, you didn't.
Most of my ex-girlfriends wouldn't have needed a vagina detector because when they fart, it just goes.
This is supposed to be the news. We have gone so. I knew it was a matter of time. We have gone so.
It's because
off topic.
Matt's bringing up all these like poo.
I can't help
We've
it.
been
Fanny
so
shit.
good the last fucking 4 podcasts. We've stayed on topic.
Yeah.
We've scheduled, and now it's
Okay.
just gone to shit.
Come on.
Literally.
I promise you this.
Give
one,
us a good story.
This one's. That was a good story.
Okay, give us a non-poo related story.
An army veteran's penis grows 1.5 inches after it was injured in an explosion.
How?
Mate,
Any,
that is a bad thing that's come to light because there's going to be lots of kids out there. Oh, my dick's too small. Put firecrackers on it or some shit. Explode their penises. That's wrong.
Oh my god, I went lightheaded as fuck laughing at that. Jesus Christ. This geezer got, I don't know, he had a bomb on his
Normally
knob
in
or something.
explosions isn't normally the only outcome that you lose body parts as opposed to growing some.
No, well...
How does that work?
Yeah, well, you have to remember I'm reading the titles, and the titles of the
You ever
clips. That's
wa-
not normally...
You ever watched like
I'll explain what
Mythbusters?
actually happens.
You ever watch
What?
Mythbusters?
Yeah.
You know, like when they shoot like those
The ballistic gel.
the ballistic gel, and he goes.
Would you like to sit forward?
Maybe
a bit,
that's what
Robbie?
happened to his dick, and it went and it spaghettified him.
You need to.
and it just grew.
You need
come
to
in.
sit forward a
You need to
bit
come in.
because you're
Oh,
like
sorry.
off the
Right,
camera.
guys. So I've told you the fucking thing, but basically he wanted to get stiffs again. I'm really paraphrasing this. He got an explosion on his dick while serving in the army in '98. He had a number of operations to correct the damage, and he lost some of the length. But 5 years ago, he decided he wanted to do something about it and started a pioneering treatment in he hoped would bring his
For
sex
veterans
life.
with blown up dicks. Is that a wide
Mate,
market?
they look happy. That's like
That's a woman that's being. Wait a second. What's he got tattooed? Has he got weed
Weed
leaves
leaves.
and a fucking
The
diamond?
guy
tag
has
in his
2
chest?
weed leaves like this tattooed on his chest. So no wonder he looks happy. And his face was like,
the geezer gets injected by injections, and it
Injected by injections.
It
Great.
incre-
That
I made that up. Great. Increases blood flow, and generate tissue growth. So that's what's going on with his willy.
Okay.
He was driving in his car, and then the erection came. The results were so fast, it was amazing.
so
If you get your cock blown off, have a couple of injections in there, and you get a stiffy again.
yet
Has
again.
he got a
this
scar
is-
in his dick?
I don't know.
This is just another case of misleading title because what
Yeah.
you read to me led me to believe that there was a man in Iraq.
Mm.
His bottom half was blown up, and by that, thus grew 2 inches on his cock.
Do you think it looks mangled? Even though it's functional. But it's
Uh,
like.
I think he'd probably prefer to have sex with the lights off.
Yeah.
Should we go to the next one then?
I'm just,
So,
I'm just.
this-
Let's do one more because
This-
we're already on an hour and 5.
This
We'll do one
geezer,
more.
yeah. So firefighters get called to a roof. Yeah, there's a thing on the
Where
roof
was-
that
where
they need to
was
get
this?
off.
Somewhere happened somewhere.
North
and it was
London,
something like-
Edmonton.
Right.
North London, mate.
The thing had spent 3 days sitting on the neighbour's roof. It was a parrot, and when the firefighters climbed up there, putting all this effort into it, the parrot just goes, "Fuck off!"
No way.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
did they, what? Wait, no. So they didn't. They didn't think they saw a fire. They just saw something on the roof and didn't know what it was.
No. They knew there was a parrot up there. To get it off, they climbed the fucking thing to get the parrot off, and the parrot just goes, "Fuck off!"
No
Did
way.
they leave it alone
Yeah.
and they catch it?
Yeah, you would you have fucked off? You just climbed a ladder up a flat block.
Parrot
got
told
to
me.
the top.
Parrot told
Fuck
me
off!
to fuck off. I'll grab it by the neck, little bitch. little scrote. Get him.
I think they got it.
Oh,
Doesn't really
good.
matter, does it? Why does that bit matter? It's a fucking parrot telling a firefighter to fuck
Right.
off.
That's just rude. That's really mean.
Thank you very much, Matt, for the news. That was
Great
great.
news. Now you guys all caught up with the news.
Okay. This is going to be a bit of a longer podcast than normal. Sorry about that, but...
Now Lewis is going to edit it down.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, now it's time
Now
for
it's
the...
time, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Go on,
time
I'll let
for
you
something.
introduce it. Since it's, I'll let you introduce it as it's your bit. Make sure you're in the camera, please.
Okay.
Greg.
Welcome to the agony aunt. Cunt. I don't know. Does that sound like an old lady?
Not really.
Okay. Well, I'm the agony cunt.
Welcome to Agony Cunt.
That's better. But
Yeah,
I'm
do
not
that
doing
again.
it.
Do that again.
Yeah, do it again. Go on.
Oh, heavens to Betsy. Welcome to Agony Cunt. Oh, aye. Would you like a cake, son?
Go on then, Greg. Oh, no, I say go on then, Greg. We have some of your questions and things that you want advice on for the first time. And Agony Cunt,
Gregory cunt.
Gregony Cunt, is
I'm
going to...
an old lady.
So how many do you want to do?
Oh, I do like 3.
I'll
Wanna
just
do
give,
three?
just throw them at me and I'll
We're
see
gonna
what.
give you some shout-outs,
I'll give you
so-
some good advice.
Who's the first one from, Matt?
Why does it always have to be me, man? Hang on, I'll just find this good.
I'll read them out if you want, if you give me your phone and show me where they are.
Yeah, but then you see it with his message.
Mm.
Oh.
Just swipe right from there.
Swipe right.
No, swipe left.
Come on, give me some good.
Okay,
good ones.
so on Instagram, Shiva Sloth said, "I want to make money, but I don't want to work. What should I do?" Lol.
Depends on what you define as work, because like, let's imagine you're a prostitute.
Can I tell you a bit of important information? Shiva Sloth looks like a woman.
Okay. So prostitution. I mean, you just get the fuck all day, and like, that's not really work, is it? Like having sex. I mean, if you think sex is work, then you got a pretty shit idea of what work is. Like, if I was a woman, I'm just putting it out there, I'd be a prostitute, porn star.
You're a man. You can have sex with
Yeah,
other
but
men. For
If
money.
I was a woman, man, I'd just be like the biggest
but
cam whore
I
ever.
don't
Wouldn't
like
even have to leave
I
your
don't like
house.
Every guy
I don't
says
like
this,
having-
but it's like you can do
yeah,
that,
no,
but
but
for the gay
you're,
audience.
you're that's the word. You're not looking at it right because
You can
you'll
just
then have to have sex
No.
with men that you don't want to do.
You can
if you're a woman
Greg,
that's attracted
Greg,
to
you can
women,
do solo sex. All you have to do is fucking tug yourself off and film it and put it online, but you don't because you're
No,
a guy
no.
and you wouldn't do it as a woman!
but
Can
no.
I just say,
Okay,
this is Agony Cunt Corner.
and that's such a stupid thing because no one wants to see some fat guy sat there tugging
No, I'm
off.
saying that
If
you
want to
can do
This
see,
isn't Agony Matt Corner.
if-
This is Agony
Okay.
Greg
He's such
Corner.
an idiot. You do like. Don't listen to Matt. If you're a man and you film yourself tugging off online, no one's gonna watch it. No one cares. It's something like 95% of people that watch
I'll
porn
watch it.
online are men.
So what is your advice to Shiva Sloth?
My advice is porn, or any.
You don't have to leave your house. You just need a webcam. That's what you're getting at, yeah?
I mean that's what I would do. I mean you got to be over 18, obviously, but that's what I would do personally.
Okay, thank you, Agony Cunt, for that, and I hope you get that sorted, Shiva Sloth.
It's flashing red.
Yeah, I know
Need to
it's
wrap
really
it up.
fun.
Okay, right. Brant Steven 6 on Instagram said, "Is there any advice for not wanting to drink so much, or should I continue with my alcoholic ways?"
Well, if like you think you're an alcoholic, then you clearly know you're drinking too much. I am not an alcoholic. I drink. I'm drinking fine, but you're clearly not. So stop it. Best way to stop drinking is just lock yourself in a room, throw away the key. You might die if you don't tell anyone. So tell someone, and like give yourself like a week or so.
Like these old people that
No,
are
you
found
can,
in
you
their...
can actually die from alcohol withdrawal.
Yeah.
Well, if
yeah.
you die, then it's just. What
Okay,
happens.
and we'll wrap it up with the last one. Dogon the Tucker Box 77 on Instagram said, "Is it okay to pull the whoops wrong hole on the first time?"
On the first time you have sex with them.
I'd assume so. Yes.
Well, the first thing the woman's gonna think is, "Are you a fucking idiot?" Because it's so clear where the different holes are. So yeah, that I definitely don't think that's a smart idea. What you do is you break them down. You have sex with them a few times, and you're just like, "Oh yeah," and you ram it right in there. I mean, sometimes it tears. And that
That's the
prolapses.
worst thing you've said.
I'm just saying.
Well, tears what? Your banjo?
I know.
Everything. It rips right through your detective rectum.
It gets right in there, knocks out detective rectum.
He's there reading his paper like.
Yeah.
He's like,
Nah, you know
bang!
what? Like, yeah. It's
All right,
just, you
genuine.
never stick it right in the butt. Like, that's because the girl's gonna think you're an inexperienced idiot.
You gotta muck it out first.
Yeah,
as well.
Okay, right.
It's
so
just it's not advisable.
Oh, can I just point out that there was a girl in my school that happened to in like year 10, and throughout year 10 and 11, everyone just called her wrong ole.
What a life!
oh, kids are brutal.
What a life!
Hey, wrong ole!
Right. So, anyway, this has been the most chaotic podcast we've ever done. I'm very sorry. Let us know if you enjoyed it more than the other ones, though, or if you were like, this was awful. More structure next time, please. Sorry about the length of time and all the cuts. We've had a lot of technical issues, and Greg said some horrible fucking things. But we're going to wrap it up now. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back next Sunday at 7 o'clock, like always. Our highlight videos are Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. I'm guessing
well edited.
I'm guessing this one's going to be fucking fun. I got an idea.
Is he a detective?
Oh yeah, he's a detective with a little sweet corn face. Follow us on Twitter. It's the Three Skins, and you can now follow our Instagram at Three Skins Podcast. Follow us all individually. Our own individual social medias are all down there.
Can I just point out, if you follow the Free Skins Podcast on Instagram, I'll follow you back. I'm following everyone back.
You heard it here first. The links are all down there in the description. If you want to follow back from Matt on Instagram, go and follow the Three Skins Podcast. And that is going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching.
Bye. I don't think my detective rectum has sweet corn as a face because I don't eat sweet corn.
Why not?
It's just shit.
Do you
in
eat
there.
burgers?
What if I put sweet corn at the end
Sesame
of my
seeds.
dick and fuck
Sesame,
you?
oh, you got sesame seed eyes. Is that racist?
Bye. That was amazing. Fuck it.
It's racist.